shouldn't have lied.
I'm Caroline, and that is Show Me Chauvin, and she scammed me and some other people out of money. She's actually been doing it for years.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. How are you doing, Nick?
I am doing super. Thank you so much for asking.
Are you being facetious?
No.
Well, you guys, it still has been a slow news week, but there are a few things that I want to talk about. I have some tea with Alyssa Violet and Brooke Schofield, and then I have an update for you guys with Mississippi Queen and the whole Show Me Chauvin thing. I didn't film those videos with you, so I'm going to have to catch you up, but if you guys are here for that, stay tuned to this video. Okay, so Brooke has been getting dragged across the internet for a few weeks now after everything happened, and Tana kind of threw her to the wolves. But I feel like people are kind of like turning around with Brooke now, and they feel bad for her, and she's been posting over on TikTok a lot.
The tables have definitely like turned.
They
I
have.
feel like more people are upset with Tana now than they are with Brooke, and Brooke is like really thriving on social media, and she's been back to posting like full time now.
Her numbers are a lot better than Tana's right now.
That's what a lot of people are saying over on TikTok.
For me, it was just weird that Tana would like effectively cancel Brooke on the Canceled podcast, where they both do things that can get them canceled. So that was really ironic to me. That was strange.
Oh, a lot of people did not like that. They were not happy with the way that she handled that at all.
I think it's
like,
really
why'd you
reflecting.
throw your friend out there?
It's really coming back in Tana's numbers now, because I was shocked. Brooke posted a bunch of photos over on Instagram yesterday, and Tana was in there. She posted a picture of Tana and the dog, but her shit got 199,000 likes in like 12 hours. That's a lot.
Okay, influencer.
But honestly, I like Brooke. Brooke to me seems more real than Tana, if that makes sense. I get that they've both been canceled for their past or whatever. I'm not here to debate that or adjudicate on that. But I feel like if it was a serious situation and I had to go to somebody for advice, I would much rather go to Brooke versus Tana, because Tana's going to be wild and tell you some really stupid shit. I think that Brooke would probably be a little bit more methodical and thought out. So she's probably just using this shit as a break.
Well, the fact that Tana told everyone that they're going to try to like have a more serious tone when it comes to the podcast and talk about like things going on in the world, nobody is going to Tana Manganow for fucking world events.
Certainly not.
Definitely not.
Could you imagine?
Not where you should be getting your news from.
Could you imagine Tana Mojo sitting down to do an actual like serious video about some serious shit that was going on in the world, and she couldn't do it? I don't think that Tana has the ability or the brain capacity to do that.
I don't know.
But speaking of brain capacity, I think that Alyssa Violet may have used 100% of her brain with trolling Brooke. Now, I was scrolling TikTok, and Spill the Tea with Me posted, and they clocked Alyssa Violet. Now, we all know that she came back and apologized, or maybe not. You may not know. We didn't talk about it on my channel. We talked about it on yours. But Alyssa Violet, Tana Mojo, and Brooke Schofield have been having this back and forth for a while now. And for a minute, Brooke was really like hanging her out to dry, right? She had that whole bit about how Alyssa was a weird bitch.
You fucking weird bitch.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was iconic.
Well, this actually is very weird.
It is
so this
actually
lives up to the weird bitch title.
It's so very fucking weird. It's like single white female type shit. So Spill the Tea with Me pointed out that in Alyssa Violet's comeback video, where she was apologizing to people for the way she treated them, basically being a fucking mean girl, she copied Brooke word for fucking word, like verbatim. And you could put the two clips together and they say the same exact thing.
Whose idea was that, is what I want to know.
As much as I would love to ignore this entire situation, put my Instagram on private, turn my comments off, and hope it all blows over, I really just don't feel comfortable doing that, because I know that if I were to stay silent, then I'm validating everything that she says in that story and making it true, and I'm not willing to do that.
As much as I'd love to ignore this entire situation, turn my comments off, and hope that this all blows over, I really don't feel comfortable doing that, because if I were to stay silent, then it's validating what everybody's saying and have been saying and making.
I've since received thousands and thousands of comments, DMs, TikToks, tweets, you name it, basically telling me I'm just a terrible person, a terrible friend, and believe me, I'm seeing all of it, and I hear this.
I've received thousands of comments, DMs, TikToks, tags, etc., pretty much telling me how awful of a human being I am, and believe me, I'm seeing it all, and I have been.
Did Alyssa Violet come up with that herself? Because I guess you really have to know like the Brooke Schofield like lore on the internet and have been following her for a while. I had no idea, did not pick up on that. I said in my video about it, I was like, you know what? I think Alyssa actually handled this in a very good way. Yeah. So apparently it was Brooke that was handling something in a very good way.
Girl, I want to know who put Alyssa up to this. There's no way that girl thought this up. Or do you really think she's that evil? That is some really like mean girl shit if you think about it. Like, I'm going to drag you, and I really do think that Alyssa had something to do with how Brooke got exposed again.
Yes.
That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that is fact, girl.
That is everyone's opinion out there. It was either Alyssa Violet or Clinton Kane. Is that what his name was?
They probably we're all in cahoots,
they all
girl.
Work together.
We got something for this bitch. We're gonna get her.
I mean,
and they got her, girl.
They got her. The craziest thing to me about this whole entire situation is that a lot of people knew about these tweets and the things that were said, and Brooke has like talked about them before on a podcast and said that everything that she could really get canceled for is when she was a teenager.
Mm-hmm. I just don't understand how people cannot...
It's like she wanted people to bring them up and talk about them even more because she didn't delete them.
It was just wild to me that people were putting Tana on a pedestal for calling Brooke out when Tana has said equally or worse things in her past. Like, I don't understand that. Tana had no business trying to call Brooke out the way she did, and I think that backfired in her face, like, really badly.
I don't think that Brooke should go back to the podcast.
I don't think she should either. But it is very strange to me that Alyssa Violet would upload this video.
Crazy behavior.
It makes no sense to me. Is she really that mean of a girl? Do you think that somebody prepared that for her? Did they set her up and give her what Brooke said? I need to know the real tea. I need Alyssa Violet to speak on this.
Wasn't Brooke's video like an apology to Tana?
Yeah.
So
yes.
That's what makes it even. I'm sorry. I have to give like kudos to this. That is some crazy fucking diabolical down low shit.
She kind of...
Because that was a very tender moment between Brooke and Tana, that she was hearing the apology again.
Miss Mindy.
Yeah.
But I want to know what you guys think about this. If you followed everything that's happened between Brooke Schofield, Alyssa Violet, and Tana Mojo with this Jason Nash shit, I think that Jason Nash deserved to be picked on. I think it's just really crazy that he, at his age, gets on the internet and begs the way he does. Go get a motherfucking job, Jason. I'm still Team Brooke. I'm Team Brooke. I think Alyssa had a good moment. I thought when she posted this, it was a good speech. Now we know why, because Brooke actually had already given that out.
Yeah, she fooled us all, except for Spill Some Tea With Me.
Okay, yeah.
Only person that was not
flocked
duped by that.
All of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have to talk about Mississippi Queen and everything that has went on with Show Me Chauvin. Now, if you guys are new to this, you may know this, you may not. I don't know what comes across your TikTok feed anymore, but I made some videos about Mississippi Queen, Caroline. Love her so much. She has a whole bunch of cookbooks. She does simple, easy recipes over on TikTok. Well, she was going to this convention. She was going somewhere for a TikTok event. Her and a few other people were going to rent a cabana. Well, there was this other person named Chauvin. Well, this person apparently was scamming all of these people because when they were taking up money for what was supposed to be equally split amongst the amount of people that were going there, the money didn't really match up, and Caroline started calling her out. And then as she started calling her out, it snowballed, and other people began to call her out for her past. There's like all kinds of like alleged scams about like church baptismals.
I've seen
all
this
kinds of shit.
Chauvin person before with one of the like crackheads that I watch over on TikTok. She was actually up on a live stream like battling them.
Oh god!
And I don't know how she did it, but when she was up there, she was like, there's going to be a bunch of people that come in, and then all of a sudden it got up to like 1,000 people just like out of nowhere. Nobody was chatting.
You shouldn't have lied.
I'm Caroline, and that is Show Me Chauvin, and she scammed me and some other people out of money. She's actually been doing it for years. As far back as 6 years ago, probably even longer than that. But she has scammed dozens, if not hundreds, of people out of money. And I'm here to put a stop to it. Or at the very least, try. Now, if you're on my page because you saw the drama over on Reddit or watched one of her 8, 9, 10, 15-hour lives where she called me out for hours on end, I am ready to tell my side of the story here for TikTok.
Well, apparently, allegedly, this Chauvin person has made threats towards Caroline, and Caroline has not really spoke on the situation much. Yeah, definitely one of those. And she's been pretty silent about the whole situation as of lately. Caroline just uploaded a video talking about trademarks, copyrights, and all that. And previous to this, in the last video, I spoke about how Caroline's TikTok TikTok actually got taken down because of intellectual property. So apparently, allegedly, it seems like this Chauvin person is trying to stop free speech or whatever, because I think in her small brain, she thinks because she's trademarked some things, you can stop people from saying your name. But that's just not how that works. You can't limit free speech or stop people from talking about you, especially even if you hold like a trademark. You can be criticized for anything. But Caroline uploaded a video talking about this, strongly implying that Chauvin may be up to some really shady shit.
Today we're going to talk about fair use and trademarks. Just in case there's one person out there who doesn't know how a trademark works. This is for informational purposes only. Let's get started. Many of y'all know that my account here got bananaed. I did get it back and then got verified by TikTok, okay? Now, it was wrongly bananaed because somebody decided to file false intellectual property claims against some of the content that I had made. Content that I made under fair use. Fair use is the doctrine that brief excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news, reporting, teaching, and research, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. Let me kind of explain what that means. Let's say, for example, that I decided or somebody decided to make a series of videos about a long-term thief on social media, and that thief had a trademark of their name, just the words, okay, of their name, their username. Covered under fair use, I'm actually allowed to talk about them. I'm allowed to say their name under fair use because I am criticizing them. Now, if you happen to file that trademark under goods and services, then it's only good for your name. Like, you can put your name on these items right here because you have gotten a trademark for goods and service. So it's for, as it says right here, for custom imprinting of shirts, hats, bags, blankets, signs, tumblers, glasses, which I'm not doing. I mean, the person who would possibly be making those videos about a person, they would not be able to put that person's name on these items right here. Therefore, any videos made where you might decide to make a video criticizing somebody is not protected under a trademark. It is protected under fair use. Now, in my case, I actually had 3 videos taken down and then my page removed because of intellectual property reports. But one of the videos it was all of my property. Everything in the video was my property, which I don't know if y'all know this, but filing false intellectual property reports is illegal. Also, trademarking your name does not mean that people are not allowed to say it. That's not how trademarks work, especially not one filed for goods and services to use for these items. Yay you! Now you know what fair use and trademarks are. Now, if you do happen to get messages in any of your social media inboxes that seem scary, I want to assure you that you don't actually have to save money for a lawyer. Because there's other people out in this world who do not save their money because they don't have any to save, and then they can't get a lawyer to fight for their trademark in court. So anyway, the more you know. If you get any scary messages, you're good. And if you're really confused, my girl Flossie is going to go into much more detail. I think she's going to have that video out in the next couple of days, maybe today. Either way, I'll have her tag below. Y'all make sure and go give her a follow.
She must be taking a page out of Gypsy Rose's book, because I've heard that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is actually going around and allegedly filing all these fake copyright claims on people's YouTube channels as well as over on TikTok that are not talking about her in a favorable way. Shady Boots, that seems illegal.
That is illegal because it's not in good faith. You know what comes to mind when I think of things like that? Do you remember when Manny got so upset that T-Spill made a video about him and he put a false copyright strike on her channel?
And they removed it after the launch of, what was it, the Morphe Foundation concealer?
Yeah.
Shit. It's just so crazy to me how many people out there are okay with these influencers flat out fucking lying to them about these products, and that are just like, I may still continue to support them. Girl,
It's
you
wild.
know they're lying to you.
And another instance I've talked about, like misuse of the copyright system, it was Nikocado and Veronica Wang, I think.
Yeah.
But basically, just because you have a trademark or a copyright, you cannot prevent people from talking about you. I don't give a shit who you are.
Oh, it's giving Alex Earl.
It's given something
with the
because
Ask FM messages.
I don't understand understand. Who do they think they are? Like, you're going to do all this shit, this horrible shit, and then you're going to try to bully people into not talking about you? Like, that's not how that works. You can't treat people like shit or do things that are horrible and expect people not to talk about them.
Yeah.
But I anticipate we're going to get more out of this with Caroline, because Caroline said that she was going to handle this offline. And I know when Caroline says something, she fucking means business. I think Caroline is going to take her to the cleaners.
And she should.
And she should.
And she should.
But I want to know what you guys think about this. I think it's bullshit. You can't limit somebody's free speech regardless if they like you or you like them.
Girl, I wonder who the attorney is.
Could you
wonder
fucking
who
imagine?
The fucking attorney is.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Please, God, no, not that crazy bitch.
Oh my God.
But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and leave me the burning up emoji, like the hot emoji, because it's hot.
Not the burning up
the
emoji.
Burning
yeah, he's
up
like really
emoji.
hot right
I
now.
feel like a Jonas brother. It's hot.
It is. It was like 88 degrees outside today with a real feel of 104.
Yeah, I'm dying.
At 9 a.m.
But with that said, I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video.
Bye.
Bye, guys.